Hi, and thanks for joining me on the channel. Today we have a quick shoulder opener and shoulder strengthening practice, which is great if you want to work a little bit deeper into your back bends, your heart openers, or maybe progress a little further into your arm balances. But either way, just opening up into the chest and the shoulders is great. It's very healthy for our joints, especially for all those days where we sit over, hunched over in our chairs, or maybe just looking at our devices and we kind of curl into ourselves like that. So we will open up today. Go ahead and come to the center of your mat and we'll start kneeling. And from here, take the hands and just take the fingertips to the outside of the shoulders. And we'll just start with some shoulder circles. Draw the elbows inward and then draw circles with your elbows. Bring them in and then drawing them up and then around towards the back. As you draw the shoulder blades together in the back, feel the scapulas come together and then draw down and together. As you then bring them around to the front, lift and open, and then drawing them back down the back. We'll take this a few more times in this direction before we reverse it out. Sit tall and try to keep the ribs together so that we're not just flaring open with the chest. We're actually letting the movement come from the shoulders. Last one in that direction. Let's reverse it. A good simple warm-up to take at any time before your practice or even throughout the day. All right, last one. And this time we'll grab that strap. So if you have a yoga strap, go ahead and take it. Otherwise, maybe take a hold of a towel or a scarf if you have one. And I'm just going to come sideways so you can see me a little better. We'll start with some shoulder flossing. So take the strap. You may need to adjust the length for you. And from here, we'll hold it out in front of ourselves, maybe 2 or 2.5 feet in width between the hands, and then start to draw the strap behind the back and slowly lower the hands down. So we're not allowing the hands or the arms to snap front to back, but just a nice, slow, and controlled movement. Allowing the shoulders to stretch and open as you bring them towards the back, and then reversing the entire movement. If you can draw the hands in a little closer together, by all means give that a try. That will make this movement much more difficult. We'll go for about 10 repetitions here. Just warming up the shoulders for some movement and some strengthening. We'll take 2 more. And once you bring it around front, you can go ahead and fold up your strap or your towel and set it aside. Let's all come together in plank. Place the wrists underneath the shoulders and then step the feet back. For here, I'm going to keep my knees lifted, but if you would like to start with the knees on the ground, by all means do so. We're going to hold plank for about 1 minute. In your plank, push the heels back, draw up through the navel and the core. Stay strong in the core as you keep a slight rounding in the upper back. Feel the shoulders press wide and down alongside the back. Keep breathing, use your breath. Just a little bit longer to go. From here, we're going to stay in the plank position, but maybe widen your feet a little bit more for some balance, and we'll take some shoulder taps. So reaching the right hand to the left shoulder, and then placing that right hand down, and then take the left hand over towards the right shoulder. We'll do 20 reps of those. Continue to go at your own pace. And while you are in this position, attempt to keep the hips from moving too wildly from one side to the other. Try to stay as strong and stable in the core as possible. That's where widening the feet can be a big help. It can help maintain your balance so you don't want to topple from one side to the other. We're about halfway through. Continue to hold. Remember, you can come down to your knees at any time. Really push the mat away with your hands. Make sure you're not sagging into the belly. Continue to lift up through the core. And this is the last one. From here, still holding in plank. Again, you can come to your knees if you like. Keep that wide base in the feet. This time we'll extend the right arm out long alongside the right ear and then draw it back down. Same thing with the left side. Drawing it back down. Kind of a like lifted Superman. And we'll go for, let's say 15 reps here. That's 3. 4. I'm going to really start feeling it in the shoulders. They're going to get very warm very quickly here. Keep the neck or the gaze looking down. Protect the neck. And that should be 10. And for 11, 12, 13, 14, and the last one, 15, ending on the left side. From here, you can lower down onto the knees and then lower all the way onto the belly. Very good. All right, little break for the weight onto those shoulders. From here, we'll work into the upper body by taking some Superman movements. So take the hands out or the arms out in front of you. And you can start with the forehead resting on the mat. On an inhale, lift the upper body, lift the arms. Palms are facing inward and the elbows are pointing up. Exhale, lower down. We'll take 9 more of those. Inhale up, hold. Exhale, release it down. Inhaling up. Exhale, releasing it down. Inhale for 4. Lowering down. Really lift from the chest and the upper body. The lower body stays glued to the mat. We'll take 2 more here. On the last one, lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can release it down. Place the hands underneath the forehead. Maybe wiggle a little bit, take a quick break before we move on for our next exercise. Again, extend the hands out long in front of you with the palms facing each other. Forehead faces the mat. And from here, we'll lift up. And as we lift up, we'll sweep the arms back like angel arms, like we're making angels in the snow. But this time, as we bring the arms back and alongside our body, the hands turn facing inward, and now the thumbs are on the bottom side. So bring them all the way back up to the top, sweeping the hands out in front of you. Now the thumbs are facing upward, and you can lower the forehead to the mat. We'll take that 10 more times. Inhale, lifting up. Draw the hands behind you. Lift up, stay strong in the upper back. And then release it back towards the front and lowering down. Inhale up, sweeping the arms back, drawing the shoulder blades together, and then bringing them up towards the front. Nice and slow and controlled. We're about halfway there. This isn't just working the shoulders, but it is working the entire upper body. We'll take 3 more. Very good. On the last one, bring the hands back to the front. You can allow your hands to come underneath your forehead. We'll take a quick deep inhale here. And exhale, release it out. Very good. We'll do one more exercise on our bellies, and this time, take the hands to the back of the head. Start with the forehead resting down on the mat. On an inhale, trying to keep the elbows open as much as possible. Lift the chest, lift the elbows as high as you can, and lower back down. We'll go for 10. Lifting up for 2. Releasing down. Lifting up for 3. And release it down. Lifting up, stay strong in the lower body, keep it glued to the mat. Lowering down. Up for 5. Exhale it down. Inhale for 6. Release it down. Inhale up for 7. This is going to get very tiring on the back, but it's a great back body burner. Working that posterior chain of muscles. We're on our last one. Lift it up. And exhale, release it down. Very good. Take a nice inhale here. And exhale it out through the mouth. Slowly draw the hands underneath the shoulders, and we'll push ourselves back to a kneeling position. From here, we'll do some internal and external shoulder openers. So go ahead and come to kneeling and sitting on your heels. Bring the arms to a goalpost position. So elbows are about level with the shoulders. And from here, we'll start to rotate the hands backward as far as you can take them while keeping the elbows lifted. And then slowly draw the palms all the way down as far as you can get them. You may be quite limited in some areas. Maybe one shoulder is different from the other. But then we'll take them all the way back up to the top and do these rotations. That was for 2. We'll go for, let's say, 15. That's 3. Remember to keep those elbows lifted. And also keep the navel drawing in so that we're not just sticking our belly or letting the ribs flare out. Stay strong and stable through the core, and focus on the motion really just coming from the shoulder. We have 10 more. Nice, slow and controlled pace. Again, use your breath. Use it to assist you throughout each movement. We'll take 5 more. Very good. That's the last one. You can go ahead and shake it out. From here, we'll do one more shoulder exercise. And I'll just show you from the side. Take the elbows together and the palms together. Again, keeping the elbows at about shoulder height. And from here, we'll press into the forearms, press into the palms, keep the elbows connected, and we're just going to lift maybe 1 or 2 inches. We're going to continue to lift and pulse it out for 20. For 1, 2, 3, 4, press deeply into the hands, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway's there, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Again, shake it out. We're going to finish out this sequence with a puppy pose. So go ahead and shift forward into tabletop. Keep the hips directly over the knees, and then start to lower the chest down. Walk the arms out in front of you. We'll take our puppy pose a little differently today and have the lower or the outside edge of our hands straight down onto the mat instead of the palms. So your thumbs are going to be facing up and the palms are facing together. From here, we'll start to push into the chest and also push into that lower portion of the hands, driving them down into the mat, and feel that opening through the underside of the armpit. We'll hold here for about 30 seconds. You can either keep the forehead directly down onto the mat, or if you would like to have more of the chin resting on the mat to get a little deeper into that front side of the shoulders, it's up to you. As you drive the hands down into the mat, continue to breathe. Feel a slight tucking of the tailbone, a lifting of the navel. So this may look like a peaceful pose, but is very active. And we're actually shaking as we're driving those arms into the mat. Very good. When you are ready, start to push yourself up and come back to a seat into the center of your mat. That was your short and sweet little shoulder opener and strengthener for today. Great little sequence to add to your practice or as a warm-up before you start your workout for the day. Have a great one. Bye.